Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Chris bringing this video, and welcome to the journey, episode 2. Now, last episode was talking about my whole Black Ops 2 career. I wouldn't really consider it a career, but it was just my story of Black Ops 2, kind of my year, getting into competitive, and just learning about it, picking it up, and everything like that. So, this episode, this is about my Ghost tier, which, just a little summary, I ended up quitting halfway through. I was under a great org called Rain, as well as I met a bunch of great people. So without further ado, let's hop right into this. So starting it off, I got the game the day it came out. I begged and begged my dad to go right after work, please go and grab Call of Duty Ghost. He ended up going and getting it, and then I asked him to get like a fucking hat. I got like one of those beanies that you always see Marley wearing. It said like Call of Duty Ghost on the side. I had like one of those little bills on it, and then I also got a Ghost t-shirt, which is like one of those really shitty ones. It was like a Gildan t-shirt, and then it had a just like a print on a sticker, something like that on the chest. Now I was absolutely obsessed with the reveal trailer throughout like all Black Ops 2. When the release of it happened, I was just sitting there with it streamed up on my Chromecast, on my TV, on my wall, and I was just sitting there in my bed. I cleaned up my room. It was weird. I cleaned up my room just so I could lay on my bed and make it like just so much more enjoyable to watch the Ghost multiplayer reveal when they had like pros versus like veterans and like soldiers and shit like that. So at that point, I was like, dude, I gotta play this game. Like, I gotta get this game. It looks so fucking fun. So, ended up, like I said, got it the day it came out. I begged my dad for days on end. And actually, like 2 days after getting the game, I asked my dad, I was like, hey dad, can we please go to Best Buy? I want to get this headset, which were the SteelSeries Siberia V2s. I was in love because, like I said in my last episode about Black Ops 2, I was the biggest Fear fanboy, and if you knew them back then, they were sponsored by SteelSeries, so they always rocked the Siberias, and I thought they were so sick, and I wanted to be just like them. They were like my motivation, and I looked up to them so much back then. And then I even bought the headset, except I got like the blue and gray ones. They were like the limited edition ones, and I thought it looked cool. It was gonna match with like the Ghost theme and shit like that. So I got the Ghost headset as well as the Call of Duty endowment, like the keychain or the dog tag necklace. And I wore that shit into school. I wore like a little fucking beanie. I wore the shirt as well as the dog tags with my Siberias. And I thought I was the shit. I walked in there and I was just like, I'm the fucking best. So that everybody started figuring out that I was playing it just like serious, like I was going serious with COD. And I ended up playing with two of my friends. I was playing with my friend Josh Thompson, and my friend Samson. If you guys go to school with me, you know who they are. So I was playing with them, and I went into a clan versus clan or whatever. It's essentially like the league play of Ghost, except it was like really shitty version of it. And I met this guy named Bad People. Now Bad People, he seemed like really chill, and I was like, he asked me, he was like, hey, you're really good, and I would like you to play for my team. So just talked to him, got to know him a lot more, and everything just started clicking. I found out he actually lived like an hour, not like 45 minutes away from me. He actually lived in the same neighborhood as my aunt. So I thought that was super cool. I was like, yo, like what if I get to meet this man? So I was like super like just intrigued and like super involved with this whole Rain, which was a team. So then I ended up meeting my first ever teammate, which I'm going to do a video just talking about all my old teammates, my first gamer types. I'm gonna do all that shit later. But my first ever teammate, his name was Remark, or Logan. If you guys know him, you guys probably follow him on Twitter. If you're kind of in my group and you're a day one, you know who Remark is. And Remark is really the homie. You know, he egoed me a lot in AW because I was absolute ass coming through from the 360, which I'll talk about later. We'll talk about that in the next episode. So, and then I teamed with him as well as this kid named Sketch, which his name is Caleb. I think his name is like YRK Caleb or some shit like that now. He changes his gamer tag like every fucking week, so I can never keep track. I don't really talk to either of them that much. Caleb, I don't really talk to at all. I can't tell you the last time I talked to him. and Remark. I talk to him on Twitter like every now and then, like once a week or like once every few weeks. I don't really talk to him, kind of faded away. And I also met this other kid named Rezi. Now, if you know Rezi, kid's an absolute fucking clown. And if you knew me in like the AW Black Ops 3, no, not Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2 and Ghost days. Why do I keep saying Black Ops 2? Literally just the Ghost and AW days. Rezi and I were the duo. We were on every single team together, and we were such a good duo. We were always playing together. We were always working together. It was just a super good friendship that we kind of just put into the COD, and it just worked out perfectly because we both agreed on a lot of stuff. We also disagreed on very little, so that was a great thing to have. Now, going into like halfway through Ghosts, I want to say like March-ish. I played a lot of Ghost, and I was playing with the squad a lot. No, this was in January actually, or no, it was in like February. It was in like the early 2014, or no, it was 2015, and I was playing just a random free ladder. I was playing with Remark, Sketch, and this kid Bad Feeds, which is actually one of the people in Rain. And I'm gonna talk about him, like I said, in the AW video, so whatever. So I ended up playing with those three. We played against Burnsoff, Miyagi, I think it was Attach, and it was Burnsoff, Miyagi, Attach, and I think it was BL Fire. They're just fucking around. They're all playing free ladder, and I was watching Burns stream. I think that's who it was. I know it was definitely Burns and Miyagi and Attach. I don't remember who their fourth was, but anyway, that's besides the point. So I remember watching Burns' stream, like between rounds, I would go and watch his stream, and they were going hard too, like they were going hard as fuck, and we obviously knew who they were, so that we had to fucking win this, especially while Burns was streaming for like 500 people or so. And the first map, it was Octane. We won 6-4 or something like that. I know it's pretty close. And then we went to Sovereign. We ended up beating them 6-2. And then I don't think I've been, the only time I've been that hype from beating a team was at ETG. And I was actually more hype beating these pros online than ETG. Obviously, I just beat fucking pros. But we were hyped for weeks and weeks. We would just brag about how we beat these pros on stream. We ended up cutting out the fact that, or when we were winning and we beat them and they were going hard, we cut that out of the stream and we saved it all to our computers, and we were all just putting it on Twitter and sending it to people, and whenever someone would shit talk us, we would just send them like, oh well, I don't see you beating pros in 4v4 variant, huh? So we would always use that as a bragging, like kind of like a bragging source. So I teamed with them literally throughout Ghost. We would flip through Bad Feeds and Rezi pretty much like every few weeks, every month or so. And it was just always like, it was a struggle trying to branch out of Rain. There was like me, Bad People, Bad Feeds, Rezi, Sketch, Remark, this kid Weapon X, this kid, there was one other guy. I can't remember his name for the life of me. Whatever, that's besides the point. But there were like 10 people in Rain. Most of them, there was only like 5 or 6 that we really talked to. That was kind of like in our group within Rain. We actually had, now that I think about it, there was like 20 people in Rain. But like most people weren't into like competitive. They were like pub kids and like friends of Bad. And Bad's name, we know his name is DJ or Daryl, but literally no one calls him DJ or Daryl. Even his people, like even his girlfriend on stream and shit, she calls him Bad. Like it's really weird, but hey, it's whatever. So always learned a lot of stuff from Bad. In Ghost, he used to teach me a lot of stuff. He helped me with gunfight stuff, with nades, with S&D. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be an S&D star. Him and Bad Feeds and him took me under the wing. They showed both, or all three of us, what to do in S&D. So it was just like a really good time. And I remember there was one time I was playing, this is when Wagers first came out, and I was playing with Bad People and Spacely. Now Spacely, yes, the pro is Spacely, because I was a really big fan of him, as I said in the Black Ops 2 video. I think I said it. I was a huge fan of him, and we played a wager with him. This was right before UMG Philly, and I was like, yo, Spacely, if we win this, I have to... Did I just spit? I don't fucking know. But I was like, hey, Spacely, if we win this wager, then you gotta sign something for me at Philly. Regardless, he was going to anyway. But he was like, oh yeah, for sure. And this guy, he already followed me, and I was super hyped. So going to... I think it was like a best of one, I remember, and we actually 6-0'd a team, and all of them had like $150 earned, and this was like 2 or 3 weeks, not even a month after wagers came out. So $150 earned after that short of time was crazy. These guys were fucking insane, and we ended up beating like 6-0 or 6-1. We absolutely mollywopped them, and since then I earned Spacely's respect, and I met him at UMG Philly. I actually have my shirt for Philly that I got autographed and stuff like that, and I don't think it's in one of my drawers. I just gotta find it, but I got all these signatures. I got people like Nameless. I got all the TK, like all the Cole, all of Optic, and all of FaZe, as well as all of Fear, and Juke, which was Spacely, Embos, Brian Saint, and who was their fourth? I'm trying to think who their fourth was. Honestly, it's not coming to my head, but you know, it was great time teaming with these guys. Like I said, teaming with them all throughout Ghost, and halfway through Ghost, I ended up getting pneumonia, like really badly. Oh wait, no, did I? Was this in Ghost? Or no, this wasn't in Ghost. Never mind. But that was back in Black Ops 2. I totally forgot where in my fucking life I was for a second. But we in the middle of Ghost, this was when the Xbox Switch started, like to the Xbox One. Everybody was getting the Xbox One. I remember Bad Feeds, Remark, and Sketch, and Bad People, and Rezi, everybody got the Xbox One as soon as it came out. And we weren't, like, I didn't have the money for an Xbox One. My parents didn't have the money, so I just said, fuck it, like, no one's going to be playing this shit anymore. Might as well quit. You know, I'm not having fun playing with very few people and playing all by myself, because I couldn't find anyone to play with, and be the only one in Rain on the 360 still. So ended up quitting, and then going to like pursue lacrosse, like 100%. Just only lacrosse. I try hard the fuck out of lacrosse, and then I ended up getting sick in like October, and didn't go to school at all my entire 8th grade year, which I'll talk about in my next AW video. And that is where I got back into competitive. So that's where we're gonna leave the story. Hopefully you guys enjoyed something of this video. Hopefully you learned something about my history, and make sure to leave a like. Any constructive criticism, leave it down in the comment section below. Every like keeps me going, lets me know that you guys are enjoying the series. Now this series, like this style of the series, is only going to be part-time. It's going to be like 4 episodes or so, where I just sit down and talk to you like this, and then every week after that, on every Monday, like I said in my last video, will be more like a higher edited. It'll definitely be edited, and I'll just be giving like a recap what I did every week, and what I did in comp and just competitive wise, and just an update. I'm gonna have like some cinematics. I'm gonna try and get some like cuts of us like beating teams and like absolutely shitting on teams and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys have a great day. I'm out. Peace.